Hello again everyone, here is another Gronk video about how to get into the top 1% of the defense community event this time. I've made one before about the zombie, but this is the defense one, which I think is a lot harder, or have been a lot harder until I figured out this way of doing it, but this is more easy and it takes some time to do this, but you can do it in one try and you get into the top 1%, even really high up on the leaderboard. So it's worth the time it takes, because you just have to do it once. And you see, you need to group them up like this. Smoke is good to have. And as soon as there are 2 or 3 units left, their next wave will spawn. So sometimes, like in this wave 2 here, it's not worth to use anything on them unless it takes too long, because you can't play this community challenge too long because it will stop after a while. So if you play it like, I think the barrier is like 30 minutes. If it takes longer than that, it will end. So you will get the score you have then at that point. But hopefully you don't have to take it that far. I often use these phase and the next one coming up now to farm more commander abilities. If I don't think the time is running out, then I need to kill faster, but often it's not needed. So as soon as I get better waves, like the wave 4 here, could be a bit hard, but you can often get a green atomic kill in it, so then I do that. And that's basically what you do. You try to clump up the enemy waves as much as possible, so you can hit as many as possible with as few commander abilities as possible. And in this video I fail a little bit, a couple of times I failed, but it's enough to get into the top 1%, so that's what I wanted with it. But if you do this perfect, absolutely perfect, I think you can reach number 1 in the event. But it's not really, you don't get anything extra for being number 1, so it's not really that important to do. Just as high as possible to get the rewards you get for being in the top 1%. That's enough. And as I said, this will be a little bit slow, because it takes quite some time for the riots to kill anything, and that's on purpose, because you don't want them to kill the enemy waves, because then you can't nuke them and get the nice bonuses out of them if they kill too many. So they have no gear that make the damage better, they just have gear that make them shoot fast. I will show it after the video what gear I use on them. As you see here, I'm doing this in 4 times the speed, just to not make the video way too long to watch, because this takes time, but it is worth it in the end, because you just have to do it once if you don't want to push for the higher scores. But for me it's okay as long as I am in the top 1% and get the maximum rewards out of it. See, there's an atomic again, and now comes the last 10th wave here, and I think I will get an atomic kill here as well, and that would be enough to bring me up to 21,000 points, and that's enough for, at the moment on this leaderboard, around 15th place or something like that. Well enough for the top 1%. So this will take quite some time with the 2 commanders at the end, so I will wrap things up here and just show you the gear that I use on my riots. So here's the gear I use, or rather the equipment I use. There's no 2.0 equipment at all on this unit, and I don't want him to be too good, to be honest, because it's better if you die sometimes. So What I use is the coffee to make him come out faster, and the volunteer badge to make him more there, and the reload double clip thingy to make him reload faster. And that's all I need at the moment. You can change this around if you think it's better. You can use tune-up kit or whatever. Just change it around. This works well for me, so this is what I've been using. So thank you for watching, and I will see you around. Thanks.